Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
It's really hot under it.
What did you say?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
It's really hot under it.
That's wonderful. I love you to bits. Now you've had your fun now. I do apologise about that, chaps, but that was just the niece. She does try and get where a fart can't. Yep, Rock got 2004. Back with another video and a sore throat again. Well, not that it ever went away. So I'm going to do the Iron Maiden Bootleg albums that I've got. I've done the singles. But before I do the albums, I did have another single arrive that I've been waiting for ages to turn up. This was supposed to be originally released as an official 7-inch single in 1998. It's a Blaze Bayley song, and it was off Virtual 11. There was supposed to be 2 CD singles and a picture disc, and they cancelled it and just did a CD single, and you could only get it from the fan club. So they've released this, however, unofficial. I think it is a live recording. I've not played any records for a long time. And it's a future reel with the artwork that we're going to use on the picture disc. And I think it's a Derek Riggs illustration. And the B-side has got Lord of the Flies on, which is another X Factor song. This was pressed on either black, blue, or green vinyl. There might have been another one red, but I can't swear to it. I can't remember. I was hoping to get the black or the blue, but I've got the green. But I'm not bothered. All I'm bothered is I'm not bothered getting all the other colours, because it's hard enough getting all of it as it is. So it's actually quite a nice green. It does fit in with the colours of the label, so I wasn't too bothered. Nice picture labels. I'm assuming this is going to be an audience recording, but I'm hoping it's soundboard so that it kind of looks more official. I mean, the catalogue number, it even looks like an EMI label, number, sorry, not label. So I will play some records soon, hopefully, because I do have a few to catch up on. I've even got stuff from the record store day last November, which was the Black Friday one. I haven't played them yet, so there we go. So that's the single out the way. So now let's get started with the albums, and I think I've got 21 in total. Didn't realise I had that many. So let's get started with the first one. Now, these aren't in any particular order of release or anything. I've tried to put this one first, although I do think it's not too early. I think it's a few year old. I got this for my birthday off the missus. It's what I wanted. I thought it was a soundboard recording. It isn't. It's an audience recording, but I'm not bothered because it still sounds really good. And it's the full gig, and it's double red vinyl, and it's made in Japan, or the Japanese title, Heavy Metal Army. Now this has got either some or all of the same recorded versions that you actually hear produced on the Made in Japan EP. You can hear the audience whistles and hoots, and just the way you just know if you've heard the EP that many times, you just know it's that one. And there's the full track list, and I won't read it all. If you like your Maiden stuff and you want to pause it to have a read. So I will take that out and show you it. Obi strip. This looks actually like a genuine release because it's that well done. And this is an absolutely gorgeous red vinyl. This was expensive because it's rare, this. How nice does that look? So this will have been sort of the recordings that were probably, well, the EP anyway, the Made in Japan EP, will have been the last recorded, released Paul Di'Anno stuff. Because after Made in Japan, Bruce came in. So I do have some earlier stuff with Paul Di'Anno, like I said, so because they're not in any order. But this is just the way I've got them in the rack. Same again. Yeah, it's called Heavy Metal Anime. Yeah, it's got the same title as the Japanese 12-inch, which is it's got Made in Japan on it, but it's also called Heavy Metal Army. So that's the double red vinyl bootleg of Made in Japan or Heavy Metal Army. Next up, we've got another double one. This one's a bit later on, but it is still now sort of out of print, for want of a better phrase. And this was the one that was recorded at the Clive Bear Fund gigs. And this is I Ran to Brixton, using the Run to the Hills artwork. Again, you get it Orby. This is an audience recording, but it's a really good one. This has got a cracking set list on it as well. Again, this came on different colours. I think there was red, blue, possibly green, and I got the worst one of the lot. Again, when you're after these things, if they're in different colours, if they don't have the one that you've got, get what you can, just to get the record. It's still alright, it still looks alright, it's yellow, but the labels are really nice on this one as well. I think they're all that one, yeah. But if you've got this one in a different colour or the same colour, you'll know it's a pretty decent sounding one for an audience recording. I think both records are exactly the same. Yeah, same colour, same labels, but this one does actually come with a poster. Some of these bootlegs put the official releases to shame, honestly. Look at that. If only we got more stuff like this with official releases. And the artwork as well. I mean, I love that Run to the Hills artwork. But the effort they put in, like coloured vinyl poster and gatefold and Orby strip. What more could one want for a bootleg? So that's I Ran to Brixton. This next one, I absolutely love this. This is probably one of my favourite bootlegs. This was taken from a German TV show that they did, which is quite legendary now, and I hadn't even heard of it till I found it on YouTube. There was a program called Beat Club, and I've seen these do it, and the the female rock band Fanny, behave yourselves, they did a great set on it, but the Maiden one, it showed you things like they started, I think it was Remember Tomorrow, on the power cut, so they had to they went on and restarted, and shows you all that's included. And it was on the Killers tour as well. It was January 81, so it was just before the Killers album come out. And this is called Live at Beat Club, January 81, the complete show. There's two different versions of this. This one's on the Dead Man Records, and it is a single LP. I think the other one you can get is on a double, and you do get like a bootleg DVD of the show. I've looked for that one, but I can't find it. But this has got like the signatures on as well in print, obviously not real. But it's got such a great cover, this. That's an actual shot from the show. If you go on YouTube and type it in Iron Maiden B Club, the full show comes up if you want to watch it. These are just black vinyl, I think, yeah. Nice labels as well. But this is a great bootleg to have. I was over the moon with this. I wanted this so long after seeing the show on YouTube, and I hunted for this, and this came out while I was looking for the older one. If I still see the older one, I'll probably get it because I love it. So that's the Dead Man Records release of Live at Beat Club, January 81. This next one's a single LP, but this is probably my favourite bootleg label. They've made it look like the EMI old logo, but they're called Vern Records, and it looks like that. I think the French, but they've had some cracking records out. This is the Soundhouse. This is the title of the record, the Soundhouse Tapes EP and more rare early tracks. Love the cover of that as well, even though it hasn't got Eddie on. And there's the back. Oh, with the Holy Grail on. I want that so bad. But this has got all 4 songs from the Soundhouse Tapes, including Strange World, which wasn't on the original 7-inch. They recorded it, but they didn't release it. You only got that on Best of the Beast, so that's on. And then you get Iron Maiden and Running Free, which are from EMI Studios. Tracks 2 and 3. No, ignore me. Iron Maiden and Running Free. There might be BBC. It does tell you on here, but I'm trying to look through all that to see where they're all recorded. It's taking too long. Anyway, but you get stuff like Wrathchild and Sanctuary, which is the Metal for Mothers versions. And then you get like B-sides like Burning Ambition from Running Free, and you get Running Free, I think it's the demo version, which accidentally featured on the Axe Attack record. That's on here as well. And you get Drifter, and I've Got the Fire as well. Transylvania, I think that might have been recorded at the BBC. There's a lot of good stuff on here. I think all these Vern record ones are all black vinyl as well. So rather than pull it out of the white sleeve when you can see through, I'll just show you the labels. Side 1 and side 2. I've got a bunch of the Vern stuff all together now, but I've got 2 later as well, which are later on, but I'll explain that when I come to them. So that's the Soundhouse Tapes and other rare early gubbins. Read that for the full title. The next one is similar, but whereas that had the Soundhouse Tapes and other early stuff, this is one of their live performances, and it's live at the Reading Festival 1980. This was taken from the Eddie's Archives CD in the Eddie's Archives tin box thing. But then there's other stuff as well, which is also taken off, the majority I think anyway is off like decent source. It's not, you wouldn't think it was a bootleg. It's like took off a live CD or a live broadcast or a live recording. So this one's live at Reading Festival 1980 plus other rare tracks. Dennis Stratton. Again, Vern Records, which is the one that looks like EMI. I love these releases. Be nice if these had a poster, but I'm glad that they just do black vinyl and there's no bloody arguments about what colour you're getting. Love these labels. And they've even wrote the song titles, although they're in white, but that's like sort of the Number of the Beast font. Oh, excuse me. This is a really good one. Love this record. And the one before it. I know that the Made in Japan had those labels as well, but I don't know. These just seem to be like scanned or copied better. They look more like originals. So that's Live at Reading Festival 1980. Now this next one's another Vern Records one, and they did 2 versions of this, but the front sleeve looks exactly the same, and I think it's side 4 that's different on this one. Side 4 is recorded live at Kosai Nenkin Hall, Nagota, Japan in May 81. Very good quality audience recording. On the other one they released of this, sides 1 to 3 were the same, but side 4, it was either, I can't remember what it was, I think it might have been bits of the Beat Club one, and I thought, well, I'd rather have the stuff that I don't have. So this is, it has a slightly different title as well, but this one's called Made in Tokyo 81. This is actually a double. So I'm assuming this is like the full gig. I've played this once and I can't remember. Something's telling me that this is a different gig to that one, the Made in England one. I think this, Made in England. Jesus. To the Made in Japan one. This, I think this one's taken off the same CD as the Japanese fan club Made in Japan CD, I think. So it was like the first time on vinyl to get this. So, as mentioned, this is a double LP, and I absolutely love the labels on this. And these labels are what I want the Venezuelan, even a bootleg would do, of the Made in Japan with the Palladium artwork, where Eddie's like lobbed his napper off because he'd left. Side 2. Deedly, 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 deedly. Sorry, I got carried away there. Side 3 and side 4. All black vinyl. But what a fantastic record this is. Brilliant gig. I would love to have been there, Japan. Although to double, you don't get a gatefold sleeve, but I do love, like I say, the Vern releases. The quality is just loads better. And you get these little things as well. Little adverts like that on the artwork. Made in Tokyo, 1981. Next, another Vern Records one. This is the bootleg version of the Beast Over Hammersmith that's just come out. Was it late last year when it came out with the double LP? Got my memory. But this was the only way you could get it on vinyl, like in decent quality. It was off the CD. So this is Live at Hammersmith Odeon, 1982. Again, a double album. Poster and the program. There's the track listing. This bugged me when it turned up because they hadn't packed it very well. Having said that, I emailed them, and when I've had them since then off them. This company in Poland, they're a great company to deal with. Everything else I had after them, I had another 2 or 3 after this over the years, and they've really sort of like listened to what I said, because this got damaged. Look, just had a big crease. But because the record was alright and it was too far to send back, I kept it. I couldn't be bothered. The fact of the matter is, it's a bootleg. They're rare, and if I ever did decide to sell it, which I wouldn't, it would sell anyway. I think this one's sold out now as well. Get in. Again, double LP, no gatefold. Really gets. Do you know what? Bootlegs are more expensive than studio releases half the time. Even when they sound like they're being recorded in somebody's back shithouse. Side 1. Side 2. I had this on a poster. in the 80s. That was half of it with that other label, and it had the Beast on the Road. I had it up on the wall for years. Don't know what happened to it, but it goes for a fortune now. I think the company was something like, was it Pace Minerva, or there was a company had them in the 80s, and they were just common as muck. They were £2 or £3 each. Not anymore. What an idiot. I had a poster of the Number of the Beast, single 7-inch artwork by the same company as well. I had some cracking posters. So that's live at Hammersmith Odeon, which you've all probably no doubt heard on the Number of the Beast anniversary gubbins. This one is another Dead Man Records release, who did the German gig one live at Beat Club. I love this. This sounds really good as well. This is an excellent, it says here, excellent quality radio broadcast. And this was recorded at the Palladium in New York on the 29th of June in 1982. And it was on Maiden's Beast on the Road tour. Something's telling me that when this was recorded on this gig, because there's only like 6, 9, 10, 11 songs. I don't know whether they were headlining this or whether they actually supported Judas Priest. What a lineup there. So this is live at the Palladium, New York, 1982, and I just nearly knocked my gigs off. I think that was on the American tour program as well, Number of the Beast tour. Now this is a single LP, as was Beat Club. You do get a gatefold of this, and it's a cracker. Look at that. Isn't our Edward gorgeous? Big ugly pig. Can't beat Riggsy's artwork, I tell you. So let's have a look there. Black vinyl. And that at the time was the Walk on Eddie on the Beast tour. Runt at Phil's, as they say in Yorkshire. There you go. So, if you ever see that one, I would get that. I highly recommend, if you like your bootlegs, Dead Man Records and Vern Records. They're great releases. So that is The Beast at the Palladium, New York, 1982. I got this one 2 or 3 years ago, and it does say on the back, soundboard recording. Lies. It's an audience recording. However, I was glad to have it because it's not a bad one, and I wanted something from this tour anyway. This is recorded at the Hammersmith Odeon on the 26th of May 83 in London, and this is recorded on the Peace of Mind tour. So this one is just simply called World Peace Tour, and it's got an original Eddie on, and I love that artwork, and it looks really, really good. It's like a cross between Peace of Mind and Live After Death, I think. And there's your track list on the back there. It clearly says there, soundboard recording. It isn't. But it's a double album, this one as well. And that's on the Heavy Metal Records label. This isn't like laminated, but that feels lovely. It's such a nice feeling sleeve. And you get two LPs. I hate the labels on these, they're so dull. But this is red vinyl. You've got a choice of colours with this one as well. It's a lovely red vinyl. Don't like the labels. They're the same, A, B, C and D, but that is such a really nice shade of red. It's really vibrant. Impressed myself there. I don't know about you. A poster with this one of that lovely Eddie. Look at that. That is one good thing. Oh, I never noticed that either. You get the first album Eddie there, and the Killers one, and the Number of the Beast as well in the background. That's the good thing about these Heavy Metal Records releases. I know most of them are audience recordings, but you do a lot of the time get a poster and nice coloured vinyl, and they do them in the anti-static sleeves to protect them as well. I tell you what, some of these professional record companies need to take note of these people, because if they did the job properly, there'd be no bloody need for bootlegs half the time. Nice thick sleeve as well, although it's not gatefold, they're big enough to fit them in, and a nice wide spine. Great, love this release, especially for an audience recording. Anyway, from what I remember though, the Brixton one is one of the better audience recordings I've heard. Really good. Well, peace to her. This next one was very nice. Well, it is very nice. At first, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought the packaging was going to be better. I thought it had like a proper sleeve, but it doesn't. However, when I got used to the idea, I actually thought it was really cool looking. This is a double picture disc, and I've got there's only 170 made, and I've got number 92. And this is recorded on the No Prayer for the Dying tour. So this was sort of Yannick Gerz's first outing in the band on tour, and this one is called No Prayer for Dortmund. So you get a little sticker there with the number on, and although it's like out picture discs you get in these see-through sleeves, it is actually a gatefold one, so you can see the records without setting them out. So there you go on side 2, and on disc 2 there's side 3. Beautiful artwork on this, and when you close it, there's side 2. It's not, it's side 4 on the back. Does the track listing give you it on one? Yeah. Intro with Tail Gunner, Public Enemy number 1, Rothschild, Die With Your Boots On, Hallowed Be Their Name, 22 Acacia Avenue, Holy Smoke, The Assassin, No Prayer for the Dying. And then this is where it got good for me. This is the first time when I went on this tour when I heard the song Hooks in You, and I love that song. Then you get the Clairvoyant, 2 Minutes to Midnight, The Trooper, Heaven Can Wait, Iron Maiden. And then side 4 is the encore. We came back on and did The Number of the Beast. First time ever hearing Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. Brewster's a band introduction, and then the finish with Run to the Hills and Sanctuary. I was so excited on that tour, loved it. So that is the double picture disc of only 170 copies. No Prayer for Dortmund. This one's probably going to go down as well as a Justin Bieber appearance at a Megadeth concert, because this is a Blaze Bayley one. And I really, really like this album. I do have another Blaze one, and it's even better than this. And this one is just called the X Pack Tour. That artwork is amazing. And it's like they've done their own interpretation of the X Factor Eddie with all this lot. But the face looks kind of similar to that World Peace thing, so that they haven't totally copied it. And this is a triple LP. And you had a choice of colours on this one. You could have, I think it was white, black, or see-through green. And then when mine turned up, this is on a heavy metal label as well, so you get the poster with this one. I don't know why I've took that out. Lovely, one of them textured sleeve things again, look. And I liked the greenish tinge to it. It kind of reminds me a bit like the Frankenstein. Or, if you ever played Spyro the Dragon, the boss, Metalhead, kind of reminds me of that. The surroundings. And it turned up, and I opened mine, and I just thought, oh yeah, I've got the green vinyl. Which I did, but mine's not the green that I thought it was going to be, and I never thought nothing of it. And then when I read about it, mine's a mispress. It's listed on Discogs as a mispress. It was a mixture of the clear green and white. and it actually looks better than what it should have done. And so not only does it look nicer, it's a mispress as well. Look at that. The other one was just like a transparent, clear, darkish green. A little bit like, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you've seen like the Police's Message in a Bottle 7-inch green vinyl, or Avril Lavigne's Goodbye Lullaby album on green vinyl, that's what that was supposed to look like. But yeah, 3 record set, all that colour. And then usually if there's not like that a mispress, I never get out like that. And I knew nothing about it until like later on, and I was buzzing my man boobs off, let me tell you. Get your tongue in, fatty. No, I'm not the remote off. No, I'm going to lose the records. No, I'm losing the will to live. Get a grip. Right, I've finished my meltdown. I'll carry on. You do get a poster with this one. Ooh. You've got to admit that's nice. I just loves me some Blaze Bailey Maiden. And actually solo stuff's really good as well. So yeah, if you're thinking of getting that one, which I doubt any of you are, see if you can hunt that one down and let me know what you pay for it if you get it. It's the light green. It's like the dark green mixed with white. I picked green because I thought the dark green would have matched that one. That turned up, I thought, oh, it's even nicer. Not realising. Or if you haven't got it, let me know. So that is the X Factor. This next one is another double album, and we're back to the Paul Di'Anno era. This was recorded in June '81, so Killers tour. But this was in Milwaukee at a thing called Summerfest. I mistakenly bought this gig on another record called something else. I just didn't realise, but the packaging's that nice that I'm keeping it. I'm not getting rid of it. These are numbered. There's only 500 of these, and I've got number 210. And this is called Iron Maiden Summerfest '81 with an early Christmas card. This was either 1980 or '81's Christmas card. Eddie's just like whacked Santa with a guitar. And there's the back cover. That's the famous shot that's on, I think it's on the back of the Twilight Zone Wrathchild single. Now this is coloured vinyl. I can't remember what it is, but something's telling me it's red. I am correct. That is so nice. Nice labels as well with Eddie on. I think that both records have got the same labels. I'm pretty sure they do. I will double check, because if you do like your Maiden stuff, I know you'll want to see if it's different, because I would. They're exactly the same. Same colour records, same colour labels and everything, but you do get this little nice insert. So you get that with the, if you want to pause it and read it. And on the other side, you get you get that photo again. Look at that at the bottom, and they're all serious, thinking they're all hard and cool because they've got people in Eddie masks. Before you went to see them, and you see these huge Eddies on the stage now at the end when they do the song Iron Maiden. When they first started, all it was a board with Iron Maiden and a head on, and it used to spit red blood. You know this, you've heard this 1,000 times. But when they actually got on stage, like on the first album tour, and I think it might have happened on the Killers tour as well, instead of a big Eddie walking on, yeah, that's all he had. Men in Iron Maiden masks. And at the time we all thought it was mint. I didn't get to go to see them, but it's on the first Iron Maiden video, and you were like, yes, there's Eddie. Dear Lord, how times have progressed. So yes, that one, I think, was a radio broadcast. Does it say? No, but I do remember this one sounding pretty damn good. So that one is Summerfest 81. This is a really good one, because this is like taken off, again, proper sources. And I think a lot of this one was took from the Behind the Iron Curtain VHS that they brought out, the video EP. They brought out in the 80s. And then when the early days DVD came out, you got the full version of it. It was a lot longer than the video EP. I think the video EP, which I've got, I can't remember now. I think it's about half an hour-ish, give or take. And I think the one on the DVD was like cracking on for about 3/4 of an hour to an hour. It was longer. And this is when the Berlin Wall came down. And this one's called Behind the Iron Curtain. Love the back of that one on the world piece, on the Power Slave Tour, World Slavery Tour. If you want to read that, there you go, because I will not read all that out. I'll try and get a bit closer. Get it in, that's what she said. So there's Ace's Eye Unknown Date, The Trooper, which was recorded in Poland 84, Acacia Avenue Unknown Date, Number of the Beast in Poland 84, Hallowed Be Thy Name in Poland. I remember when that was playing on the video, it shows them like walking around this castle ruins while they were over there. 2 Minutes to Midnight at Budapest and Run to the Hills of Budapest. And I'm pretty sure they are all like decently sourced recordings. So it's got it in a sleeve. I remember when I watched the video of this crowd over Poland, that they went absolutely mental for them. How loyal can you get? Look at that. I hope somebody from Poland's watching this. I bet y'all like the Blaze Bayley stuff, because you've got taste. Don't get me wrong, the Bruce stuff's the best of the lot, but you don't seem to... You accept it more. I've seen a lot of Polish, and I think Russian as well, and also a few more countries over that way. They seem to be more accepting of the Blaze Bayley stuff, and even more so as well, like in Brazil and stuff like that. It's you know, English are tossers over it. That is nice. Nico's hair. There's God. I don't care if YouTube picks it up and says copyright control. I'm listening to it. Behind the Iron Curtain. Now this next one is the other Summerfest recording that I showed you before, the Live in Poland one. And I knew there was a reason I wasn't going to get rid of them. This is another Dead Man Records recording. Single LP, gatefold sleeve, stunning packaging. This one's called Killerwell Tour 81, made in America. And they've used that same artwork again, but you can see more of it. See the blood on the guitar. The back sleeve and gatefold. Look at that. There's God. Clive Bear. God rest his soul. My favourite Maiden drummer of all time. Adrian Smith, aged 3. Dave Murray, aged 6. And Paul Di'Anno, before he went all gangster, thug, nasty piece of work. He doesn't look happy there, man, does he? I think that was sort of like towards the end, hence why he looks like that. Nice. Black vinyl, nice labels. I am sure this is a radio broadcast, you know. Oh, I can't get it in. I managed. This says that this is under license. I don't believe it. It doesn't say whether it is actually a radio broadcast, but something's telling me it really was. But this does say there's only 500 of these, so if you see it, grab it. Made in America. The next one is another Blaze Bayley one. I think this might be the only, like the last Blaze Bayley one I've got to date. But this is an absolute beast, because this is like a box set. I got a message off somebody for this one, asking me if I wanted one. I was like, yeah, this was a few years back again. This comes in, I think this was called, because of the box it is, it's not real leather, but it was called like the black leather box. And you were given so many editions to pick from. And I think that depending on what edition you got, also depend on the colour of the vinyl. So there was numbers 1 to 20 were test pressings. They don't interest me because like it's a white label. Yeah, alright, there's not that many of them, but it's a test pressing. I'm not asked. I like the full artwork and stuff. And if there's any picture labels, test pressings just plain white labels. No, you can have them. Number 21 to 120. So that's what, 99? Leather edition, which is this. And then you got 121 to 170, which was the velvet edition, which is similar box to this, but it was like a grey velvety effect instead of the leather. So the test pressing's like the rarest, which I'm not asked about, followed by this one. And this one's recorded on the X Factor. And this one's live in Tokyo, and it's called the Tokyo Factor. This is an absolutely stunning set, this. It is so heavy. I can't remember whether this is a double or a triple. But I want to whip it out and show you. Giggity! That grey letter in there, it feels like sort of rubberized. It's very, very nice. There you go. Stop going blade, you piece of... There you go. Let's have a look. Oh! So you get this hardback book inside. There's the leathery box thing. And then when you take this out, the book, or the case itself, is velvety. And that was recorded in 1996. I saw them on this tour in 1995. The closest they came to here was, I don't know whether they did Sheffield or Leeds, but we went to Wolverhampton because Skid Row played the same venue the night before on their Subhuman race tour. And then these did the X Factor one, that we had 2 nights there, and it was mint. So this is a gatefold. It's so heavy. And then you get the X Factor Eddie chair on that one. Should be doing this when we go, I hope, somewhere in time. Now all the records are the same colour, so I'll just show you one. But you do get some paraphernalia as well. I think this is like a grey colour, if I remember rightly, or silver, whatever it was called. Can't remember now. Yeah, it's like a grey. I don't like the colour, but there you go. It is an audience recording, but it sounds like, actually, it sounds pretty decent, this one, for an audience recording. I don't feel myself today, you know. Didn't know what it is. I think it's because I'm sick of this chest infection. And why am I talking to you all like you're all sat in front of me, like you're listening? Do you really give a toad? It makes me feel better. I know you need to stop doing that. This is so difficult. Come on, you bugger. How do I do it? Oh, it's the top, of course. How stupid of me. The other two open at the side, the middle one open at the top. There's another remote gone. So if I take out this record, I won't bother taking out the sleeve because it looks exactly the same as the other one. Other two. But I'll show you what other little bits you get. You get this little fold out thing. And I remember you got these leaflets given out at the gig as well. Obviously, but I was with, like, not in Japanese. And I think they were an order form. You could send away and order some photographs that were taken on the night of the gig. They weren't cheap. I don't think I ordered any. I do remember as well, and I don't have it anymore, but I remember that the tour programme for this was absolutely beautiful. The way it was set out, that was gorgeous. It was probably the most expensive Maiden programme that I've bought to date as well in '95, but my God, it was stunning. So you get that. Please don't tell me after all, that's all you get, the carry on ahead with it. I'm going to scream. I think that's all you get. Well, that's a bit cack, isn't it, after all that? Just hang on. Right, I've managed to put the records back in. You did only get that. I thought there was more. On the back of the it's picking up all Simba's hairs, look. Ginger prick. It's actually got the songs on the velvet thing there. Side 4 is one of those laser etched things. And if you think I'm fighting to get that back out again, you go, no, they ain't coming. I think it's the X Factor chair, but I really can't remember. So if you want to see it, I'll show you, for God's sake. Wouldn't be worth after all this, you know, right? Oh no, it's not, it's autographs. Right, so that side's playable. And this side isn't. This is kind of like Infinite Dreams, You Bring Your Daughters, the Slaughter fodder. I'll try and get it so you can see. Right, there is Dave Murray. Who is that? It's upside down. Idiot. Nico. Cheers to all from Maiden, Madman, Blaze Bailey. The bottom there. Yannick Gers and Steve Harris are very close together there. There's Yannick Gers and there's Steve Harris just above it. And Dave Murray's just there. So it's not much of an etching, but still nice though that they put the effort in to do it rather than just leave it blank. Because if you've got no more material to put on, well, I suppose you could put some B-sides on, but they've all been done before. But it's something different, isn't it? It's nice. I should edit this down to about 5 minutes because of all the mistakes I've done. But you know what? Yeah. So that's that. Back in this. I can honestly say, if you're ever thinking, well, you're not really keen on the Blaze Bailey stuff, or you genuinely like the Blaze Bailey stuff, and you want a bootleg, I would recommend this one any day, if you can find it, the Tokyo Factor. This next one was a bitch to get. I think this was a very, very early Bruce performance. This was recorded on the 23rd of December, 81. I'm pretty sure there was still Diano recorded that. Oh no, I think the Rainbow video was 1981. Anyway, and this was recorded at the Ruskin Arms, the pub in London where they got sort of like well-known, famous. It's mainly the older stuff, but it does have Run to the Hills, The Prisoner, and Hallowed Be Thy Name from the yet released or unreleased Number of the Beast album. And this one's called Heavy Christmas, with up until this I hadn't saw this artwork. This is an old fan club or an Iron Maiden Christmas card that Derek Riggs painted. And on the other side, the little girls got up and called Eddie, Santa, Nick and all the prezzies. Double LP, red vinyl, numbered. I got 311 of 400. I've not played this. I will play it though. Like I said, over the last, must be getting on for a year. It's well over half a year that records have just like built up and built up, and the some have fell by the wayside. And think, oh, I've had that a while. I haven't played it yet. There's quite a few of these bootlegs I haven't played. All the same label though, and it's that nice red vinyl with the black marble in. Both records are the same, so I won't bother getting them both out. When you open the gatefold sleeve, you do see the full artwork in one go like that. And then on the inside, they've put the actual centre like the full Christmas card, which is a nice touch. There is something else in here. I can't remember whether I remember this. I can't remember whether I remember this. I'm telling you. On the way out, oh yeah. Iron Maiden Heavy Christmas. In the year of Maiden 81, it just goes blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah. If you want to read that, you can pause that and zoom or whatever. And it continues on to the side. Yeah, that's all you get. So yes, I was over the moon to get that one. It will be. It's recorded in a pub, so it will be an audience recording. But I'm not bothered. It's going to be nice to have such an early recording with Bruce on like that, and at such a legendary venue. Heavy Christmas. This one is just a single album, and this is definitely a radio broadcast. Another one I haven't played yet. And the artwork on this is atrocious. I think it's supposed to look like the Power Slave era tour. Eddie. This one's called Killers United 81, and it's a live broadcast, which was beamed over from the Netherlands, April 28, 81. Look at the clip. This one at the time was relatively cheap. I think it was only about 17, 18 quid. 10 songs, so it's like a full length studio album sort of length. I think it's just black vinyl as well. It would have been nice labels had the artwork been nice to begin with, but they've used that same crappy mummy Frankenstein-y Dracula-y kind of Eddie there isn't. Yeah, it's just black vinyl. But I'm hoping that one sounds good when I eventually get round to playing it, because it is a radio broadcast, so it should be. So, Killers United 81. Right, the next two are by the same company who, when I did the singles, they did all those lovely bootleg picture discs, starting with the Soundhouse Tapes, and they did Running Free and Sanctuary, all made by them. But they've released these two albums, and I'm hoping that eventually they're going to do more. And at first I thought it was a 12-inch single, because the album is the same as the early single. It's the same artwork, and it's called Running Free. Same artwork, get it Obi. On side one, you get the first side. I haven't played this yet, but that's the first side of the first Iron Maiden album, Prowl, Let Remember Tomorrow, Running Free, The Phantom of the Opera, and then you get The Pen and Ambition and Invasion, which are the two studio B-sides from Running Free and Women in Uniform. Then, on side two, live at Bremen TV Studio, Germany, 22nd of January 81. Something's telling me that's Beat Club again. But you get one side studio, one side live. The second album that I'll show you has got side two of the first album and another live side. You can get this on red vinyl, yellow vinyl, or picture disc. Wow. I haven't played them yet, but I will. Maybe only 90th birthday or something. You do get an insert. Sliding all over the picture disc sleeve. Yeah. It does say that all these, including those 7-inch singles I showed in the other video, it does say that they were made in Japan. I don't know if they are or not, but if it wouldn't surprise me, because for bootlegs they are that good. And the fact you do still get the Obi strip, and you do get all the Japanese writing and type as well as on the lyrics. So they maybe are, I don't know. I just didn't think Japan manufactures anything like that. But anyway, there you go. Running Free. So the second one, picture disc, after Running Free, was Sanctuary. Obi strip again. Side two of the first Maiden album, From Transylvania to Iron Maiden, and then they've put Women in Uniform on the end. And like the US release, Sanctuary's there as well. And then side two is probably the rest of that gig, or some of it. Innocent Exile down to Sanctuary. But these picture discs for me are beautiful. Like the Running Free one. Insert. Picture disc, side one I think, and side two. So it's like they've done the singles, and from what I can gather, they weren't very sort of worthwhile them doing, shall we say. So they said they're not going to be doing it. This is what I was told. They won't be doing singles anymore. They're going to be doing the rest like this. So whether they're going to be doing like a Women in Uniform, or whether the next one's going to be Killers related or what, I don't know. That's if they do anymore. I hope they do. Sanctuary. And the final two are the other two, which is on the Vern label, which is like the early ones I showed you, look like EMI. And this is two separate releases, but they are both like B-side ones. So again, they'll have been taken off the best of the B-side CD where Eddie's doing the Moaner, no doubt. And this one's called King of Twilight, Rare B-sides, 1982 to 1988. I did look to see if they'd manufactured another one like from 80 to 81, but I think the part one is probably that one where it says it's called the Soundhouse Tapes under the rare tracks. I think all that stuff's on there. So this is definitely the first one of the two. I thought it might have been like a sort of a trilogy, but it's not, it's just two. It's not all the B-sides, but there's a track list in there. It's just one album. Black vinyl like the rest of the Vern stuff. Well, that nice Christmas Eddie label on one side, and that nice Christmas Eddie label on two sides. So yes, I do really like the look of that one, and I'm looking forward to listening to that one. So that's King of Twilight, Rare B-Sides, 1982 to 1988. And the last one is another B-Sides one, like I said. This one's called Communication Breakdown, because they did do a cover of Led Zeppelin's Communication Breakdown as a B-side. And this is Communication Breakdown, Rare B-Sides, 1990 to 1996. I went to see them on the Brave New World tour in 2000. I think it was Manchester I went. And I got the tour t-shirt with like the band on and the big Eddie Cloud and the dates. But there was also an event t-shirt with that on the back, with a big arrow pointing down saying, "That's me, mum." And it had the Manchester venue on, and I didn't get it, and I've regretted it ever since. But that, I think that was the front fint. The front fint. What it does. Front print. That was the front print. And on the back it was like zoomed into the back with the arrow pointing down at the Manchester date on. And on the back you get Brucey era and you get the Blazies era. Yeah, black vinyl, same labels as the front cover, which is that one and that one there. So yes, I haven't listened to them either. And that is the last one. Communication Breakdown, Rare B-Sides, 1990 to 1996. So that is all the bootleg Maiden stuff that I've got to date now, singles and albums done. I still do have a lot of Maiden stuff to show. I did all the albums. I think it's many box sets now, to be honest, that I've got left. I might do them individually as opposed to like sticking them all together. It depends how long, I'll say anyway. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed the albums, and if you've got any, let me know what you've got. There is two I'm desperately after. I don't think I'll ever have them because they cost a lot of money now, but one of them, they're both box sets. One of them is called Rare Beast, I think, with a lovely lenticular sleeve on the box, and it's a lot of money. It's got like B-sides and loads of other stuff on as well. And the other one I want, it's called Back to the Front, but the front artwork on the box, it's got Eddie snapping the Eiffel Tower in Paris in half. And I was at the gig on that date because it was the 9th of the 9th, 99. That's when I went to see them. It's of that gig when I was there when Megadeth opened. And I didn't know it existed till years and years later. And I've only seen photos of it, and it's beautiful. I think there's one white vinyl, one red, and one blue, like the colours of the French flag. I've never seen inside it. I've seen the records separate, and I've seen the front of the box, but only in pictures. I would absolutely love that. Whether I ever get it or not, I don't know. It depends if I win the lottery. To win the lottery, you have to put the lottery on, so probably the answer's going to be no. Anyway, just thought I'd add that in there to let you know that there is stuff that I still would like, but it's no chance. I do hope you've enjoyed, hope you've liked. Knob. I do hope you enjoyed watching these little bootleg things. Let me know what you think. Do you collect bootlegs? Have you got any? What have you got? What's the sound like on them? So yes, thank you so much for watching, all two of you. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for subscribing if you have. Love you to bits. Thank you so much. I can't believe that since August I've got over 300. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you. I do appreciate it, and I love you all. So I will see you on the next video. You all take care of yourselves. Watch how you're going out there, and I'll see you soon.